I do not know why my phone every time I invite someone into my live, it kicks the whole thing off. But we're gonna try this again, one more time. I don't know why it's doing that. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, y'all. I feel like it's gonna go into another one of those realms of like Bob struggles with technology universes again. Has to work. I just invited Ryan O'Connell in. There we go. Oh my
Wow.
God of mercy! I don't know what the hell's going on.
Hi, Bob.
I was
The
like going through
homophobia
it.
that just incurred. I can't believe it. Keeping us.
Honestly, I feel that in my heart of hearts. I feel that. Baby, can you make this come back? I did a thing and now it's all gone. How are you? And I invited John. There, John
You got
Silverman.
Virgo nightmares on bottom,
This makes it
Bob.
look like I don't know how to use it. Every time I invited you all into the live, it would kick me off, and I was like, "This is some only me bullshit. This is some only me bullshit. Like this would
Well, you
only
look
happen to
good.
me." Well, thank you. I feel good. How you all look great as well?
Good,
How are
can't
you
complain.
today? Where are you
I'm in
all?
my home
Ryan, where are
office because
you?
I'm a professional and I'm an adult.
Very professional, very adult. Where's your home
Yeah,
office? Are you in
I'm
LA?
in
Are
LA if
you
you
in New
can
York?
believe it.
You know what? I
Well,
can will myself to believe that an actor would be an.
I
And
too
John,
am
where
in
are
my
you?
home office in LA.
Well, this makes three of us. 'Cause I'm also in my home office in LA. Oh my God, just us girls hanging out
that's
in our home
beautiful. That's
offices. Look at us go.
powerful. Wow. Home office culture, home office hive, rise up.
We are the future of home offices. Better home and office. Honestly, the three of us, we're the Destiny Child of homes and
Oh my god,
offices.
it's so true. I'm ready for that Spawn Con.
First of all, so anyone who's just joining me right now, Ryan and Johnny are both in the reboot of Queer as Folk, and I actually just finished the first episode. And oh, my partner got me a drink. Thank you, baby.
Full service.
The power. The power of being served in your home
Mm.
office.
Um, I know, right? I'm sorry, my partner. That was my in-house secretary who got me that drink. My full-time staff secretary, whose main job is to get me bubbly with a squirt of crystal
Love.
light in it. But anyway, I just watched the first episode of Queer Folk, and I have to be honest, I actually didn't watch a lot of the original series, so I was kind of going in brand new. I just knew the iconic stuff. I knew about like Babylon, and I knew about stuff like that, but I didn't know a whole lot about um, the series in general. So I went in pretty blind. Am I glitching? I was like, oh, I'm glitching. There we go. No, she's not glitching anymore. Yes, it was really exciting. And I was very the first episode is a whirlwind, honey. I was like, oh my God, this is a wild
Yeah.
ride. I was not ready for that. I mean, at your first table read, were you all like blown away and shocked? Like, what were you thinking when you were at the first table read?
It was definitely a big swing. It was definitely, but I felt like it was handled with such care, and I was as a writer on
Mm-hmm.
the show, I was really excited to kind of dive into like how one rebuilds after such a tragedy because I feel like our news cycle sort of devours these tragedies and then moves on, and everyone kind of feels like a statistic or just a number. So it was very exciting to kind of humanize these
Yeah.
people and just like really examine what it's like after the fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
absolutely. How
remember
about
I
you,
like was
Johnny?
reading it in bed and I was like just so excited because it was really nice to just read queer characters that were like messy and they were like sleeping with each other's exes and things were going on. And then I remember when the shooting happened, I was like really taken aback and I was like, oh gosh. But then I realized like that's truly what it means to be queer. Like when you are at your highest they will come and they will try and fuck it up. And it's just really a, you know, very queer story about like overcoming the bullshit that we have to go through. Whether that be, getting called faggot on the street or, someone shooting up a club, that is part of, what we've gone through as a society. So I don't know. It was like a blindside, but also I felt like it was an important story to tell. So
I agree, and I think that especially for a lot of people who are really young, I know that Queer as Folk means a lot to young people growing up, and especially people who stayed up late to sneak and watch the show and get a little bit of the experience. And a lot of us live vicariously through Babylon, and feeling that like, oh, I'm like really part of the scene by staying in your own home. Did y'all have any favorite scenes that you like to film?
I think I think most of the scenes that I love are usually the ones where we're all on set at the same time and we can like, have our kiki when the cameras aren't rolling. And because that, I mean, for Queer as Folk was such an iconic show about friends, so it's really nice to be in the room with everyone else. And I also think the sex scenes are fun to shoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you shoot? Like, how about you? How about you, Ryan?
So glitchy.
Bitch, if you would sit down for 5 minutes, you keep walking around.
It's so glitchy. Why is it glitching? Is everyone else glitching?
Not me.
Oh
I
God!
think it's just you.
Tale as old as time. Hold on, I'm gonna go into my house. Hold on.
Home office.
I also love sex scenes. I love to be naked.
He does. He really does.
I do kind of like to be naked. Yeah, I know. I was always like, they're like, so who wants to be nude in the scene? I'm like, me. I don't know. I'm just, what happens when it all goes away? I want to memorialize it. You know what I mean?
Even scenes that you're not in, they're like, Ryan, why are you here and why are you naked? You're not even on the call sheet today. Ryan, put on your clothes at craft services.
And I was just,
this is literally your day off.
expressing myself.
What?
God, like putting limits on a disabled body yet again.
They're like, is that Ryan hanging out by craft service eating Cheetos, butt naked again? We stand.
Yes, that was very much the vibe. Absolutely.
I mean, this show starts off, I mean, top of the morning with a lot. I mean, there is a lot. I mean, at high noon, honey, it is off the bat. I was like, whoa, we are jumping in on. We're really staying true to those old Queer as Folk roots. You know what I mean? Did you all steal anything from set? You can be honest. I'm not gonna rat you out.
I didn't steal. I remember one day Ryan took a shirt of mine home, so I had nothing to wear home, so that I took my costume piece home with me. Yeah, because Ryan left with my shirt on. Did you ever get that?
What?
Honestly,
yeah.
Well, no, but I didn't steal any of my own clothes because my own wardrobe was atrocious. I was wearing basically every single day.
This is not about Queer as Folk. This is a confrontation. We're all to come together to say how you've stolen things from us in the past, Ryan. And
That's not true.
I've
stolen things from Johnny emotionally.
I know when I was on the show, I think I was playing house, and I was like, "Oh, I love this suit." I was like, "I love this outfit," and then the ladies who run the show looked over and they were like, "Honestly, they canceled our show, so steal everything,
Good.
take everything. This is our last episode, our last season." They're like, "Bob, take anything you want from the set. We don't care."
Did you?
I was like, her. Yeah, I walked off set in my clothes. I was like, bye. And I was like, what y'all gonna do?
We did have some kleptomania on set.
We did. We will not name names, but there was one person in particular that we saw get caught red-handed. And it was very...
I will not say any names, but I will say their name rhymes with Slevin Sway.
Oh, no.
But we don't know who. Their character name rhymes with Drody, but we use your own context.
Nope, it wasn't him, but it
context.
definitely was somebody.
Yep. He is. He's known.
Um,
He's out.
I'm just gonna keep going through everyone in the cast until I find out who the kleptomaniac is.
It was
All I know is, no, I'm kidding. All I know is their names sound like Slim Slargus. No, I'm
Low.
kidding. All right.
No.
All we know is they be mopping. Okay, here's the question: did you all watch the original Queer as Folk before this
Oh,
reimagining?
yeah. I mean, I watched it when I was like 12, 13, thinking it was like porn with a storyline. Um, and I was really excited to see people like that felt the way that I felt doing the things I wanted to do. But I also was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
none of these people are Latino, or every now and then you'd see like a background extra, but yeah, I watched it either way.
I was actually lucky. How about you,
My
Ryan?
dick
Did you
watched
did you
it.
watch the
That's
original?
about it.
You were asleep, but
I
your
was
dick was just doing like
but my
really
dick
interested in the show.
loved it. My brain, nah.
Stand this show. I was lucky enough to. I did Angels in America in Berkeley, California, with
Oh
Randy
yeah,
Harrison, from the original book, who's a really
yeah.
brilliant actor, um, and made me cry 8 times a week on stage
Because
at
he
the
was
Berkeley
so
Club. I was very
cute.
very lucky to be because I was
Was
so
that
because I was
was that Angels
moved.
in
I'm one
America?
of those actors who
Didn't you
really
do Angels
feels
in
it.
America? Yeah.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah, I
Was
did
that
Angels
with
in America
Randy?
with Randy Harrison.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, this is also me and Johnny Sibley have history. We go back to Drag Babies.
oh,
If you all really want to cackle, check out Drag Babies, hosted by Bob the Drag Queen on Max Emerson's YouTube. Oh yeah, humble beginnings, honey. And we're digging up some stuff on YouTube, Ryan. We got the book. We got the book. Oh, honey, yes, honey. Now, I would like to read a. I'm gonna let everyone know that I'm gonna read a random sentence from Ryan's book, and this will dictate
okay.
how your day is gonna go. I am just randomly opening up. It is page 65, and I say, I imagine a lot of gay men have these types of interactions, little pockets of flirting with strangers and acquaintances. So today, that will be your.
That's powerful.
That
Yeah.
is.
Oh.
That's, that's how your day's gonna go. So let me ask. All right, so Johnny. Okay, so you have you're playing the character Noah. How do you feel like you how do you relate? How are you similar? How are you different?
Noah reminds me of me in my 20s that I like would want to marry every man that I dated. Um,
Your 20s, like what, 30 years ago?
no.
I'm kidding.
Um, that like I did definitely relate to that, like wanting love, seeking love. But then there's another messier side that is very unhealed that I do not relate to, uh, coincidentally enough. But
But are your friends like, bitch,
yeah.
she relates? Are your friends like,
Yeah, I
she
mean, I
relates,
also am
Mary?
like very high functioning and usually like the mom friend of the group, and I feel like that's kind of what Noah is. So I definitely relate in that way.
And Ryan, you are not just an actor on the show. You're also a writer on the series. So you were like actually a big part of the reimagining of Queer as Folk and making it 2022. Giving it an upgrade. How was that experience to be a part of the reimagining of such an iconic queer something that's so iconic in the queer
It was
lexicon
made
and
because I
in
feel
the
like
sphere?
none of us would have been involved in the original iteration. Honey, and knock knock, not us. um, so it was really really
Yeah.
nice to. I mean, I feel like I was kind of doing 12-year-old me with my raw dick watching the original a solid. Uh, if 12-year-old me would have known 22 years later, Hollywood would run out of ideas and be absolutely only rely on IP to make TV shows. And so Queer as Folk would be rebooted and I would be a part of it. Oh my God. I would say, what the fuck is IP?
Who could have even
You're fucking.
imagined? No one could predict. Even Miss Cleo could not have predicted this outcome. Not even Miss Cleo. So in the show, you know, when we first returned to the legendary Babylon nightclub, you know, there's this drag show going on. Now, Johnny Sibley, you already have a drag name. Do you remember what your drag name was on
it's
Drag Babies?
Sophia Low Rent.
What was it? Sophia Low Rent. Has she made an appearance?
No, but I'm trying to dust her off
show?
in season 2. I don't know. I've been planting the seeds.
Really?
I mean, if we get a season 2,
Okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
Auditioning for drag school?
Wow.
And how about you, Ryan? Do you have?
Oh my
God,
I don't. I think maybe like Marina Del Rey.
Oh, that's original.
Okay. Are you gonna be? But at first you're gonna be Marina Del Rey. You gotta be a sad gay. Like you don't strike me as a sad guy. You gotta be a summertime sadness
I do listen to a lot of Lana.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not
You should have seen every time we were
Sibley?
getting ready to go. We were getting ready in the hair and makeup trailer. We'd be listening to music, and Ryan would walk in, and he'd be like, "What the hell is this?" Or he would just change it without even asking. We'd be like listening to like Beyonce, and he'd put on like, I don't know, some garage band music.
Yeah, I'm a music top.
Wait. I also noticed that did Devin do like a nod to you in Johnny Sibley in the in that first scene when he's visiting Jesse James and CG? And is there like did I hear like a little hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it? What was that about? Was that like an Easter egg?
They did that, and I remember Steven wanted to put the song in the show, but the DJs that made the song, this is some inside scoop, they didn't actually pay the publishers of the beat, so it got taken off of Spotify.
Oh, Sophia Low Rent, indeed.
Indeed, honey. I was like, oh, they paid for it, because I just jumped on and said, yes, you can use my voice, but I figured they had paid the rights to use the beat. But
not Johnny Sibley with an illegal underground track. You all heard it here first. Johnny Sibley is illegally pirating music. Very Napster. Very giving Napster.
Those were the days.
Also, do any of you even in the chat even know what Napster is? Does that even ring a bell to any of you?
We're
like,
it's been
who the hell is a
84
Napster?
years.
Yeah, I feel like the lady at the end of the Titanic right now. All right, so Johnny, Steven also incorporates moments of magic realism and surrealism throughout the series, and Noah has moments in the series that play into that. All right, so what do these heightened scenes bring to the story?
I mean, this specifically Noah is like one of the characters that is experiencing a lot of like, you know, trauma because of the event and because of the loss of one of the characters. So I feel that it's just one of those things that like when you go through stuff, those flashbacks happen. And, you know, sometimes on shows, I'm like, why are we like, I'm not going to name names, but there are like a lot of flashbacks in some shows that, you know, I'm always like, but it does feel the way that we do it. I really enjoy playing it because it felt very real. Why are you laughing, Ryan?
No, just
because you're causing more drama, just like those musicians you stole that music from.
Yeah.
You can't stay out of drama. You can't stay out of drama.
Anyway, but it definitely I felt like it heightened the feelings of whatever Noah was going through. So I liked it.
And it was like just like those basic ass bitches who be doing them lame ass flashbacks. They don't even serve a story. I'm not gonna say y'all's name, but y'all know what channel y'all's on. Your writers is lazy. Your show is garbage.
Yes, comfort them.
Like
I'm dragging
not
straight
shots
to hell.
fired.
Yes.
I do love the idea of you fighting other TV shows, but it's like y'all are in gangs. Queer as Folk is a gang, and then y'all are ganging up against like Breaking Bad. I would love to see you go toe to toe with Bryan Cranston.
Oh my god! And
what are the chances?
CP pitting disabled people against each other yet again.
what is what are the odds that we can get you all to full on fist fight? The real question is, do you think Johnny Silver, could you take
It
Bryan
depends
Cranston in a
who's,
fist
well,
fight?
he's, my character does a little bit of meth, so I don't know if, I think you could do just about anything with
When the
that.
meth hits, honey, you can go to, yeah. Well, actually, it's gonna be meth on meth because Breaking Bad. So you
Yeah,
actually,
but he doesn't,
Yeah, because
yeah.
Walter White would just sell Walter White would sell no other meth, and then he'd get all scooped up in it, and he'd drop something. You know, Walter White had the
Right.
blue, the pure stuff. I don't know how we ended up
I'm
scooping
so
into
happy that I
Walter White
watched it
versus.
over, like, over the beginning of quarantine because that now I get all the references when it comes to Breaking Bad.
I never saw. You couldn't pay me to spend more time
There
with
you
straight people.
go. Honestly, it's not a bad show, but we're not going to talk about that show. We're going to talk about Queer as Folk. Listen, so I know that Ryan, too, in a lot of your work, you include the intersection of sex and disability. Have you heard from people on their social media who finally see themselves like represented, or I mean, you talked about your dick several times
Right.
on this on this
Because
live
guess what? Because my dick matters. Okay.
alone.
My dick has been erased and now it's coming back. Okay. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, people. The responses are really overwhelming. I mean, I feel like whenever you're like, speaking for a large swath of the population without actually meaning to, but you're bringing representation to a much underserved population of people, like it definitely you get the representation sweats, and it's very, very nerve wracking. And yeah, but the response has been really overwhelmingly positive. But I mean, I'm sure I'll get dragged eventually, honey. Our number's always up eventually, but so far, so good.
Well, the royalty is going to be one of your old
Yes,
hookups.
absolutely, absolutely. And I hold space for most of them.
One of your old hookups, like
She
Miss
thinks
Thing.
she's Hollywood now.
Does
Here's
Johnny
the
want to talk
realty.
about the boys we fought over in New Orleans? Do you want to talk about that or no?
Did you all? Was
So
there
here's the thing.
competition?
I continuously say I do not fight over men. I share men. I don't mind. Community dick is very,
No,
very
but
my vibe.
you are such a good person, and I want to hold space for that right now because he actually did me a solid. This guy was wanting to hang out with both of us, but separately, and I wanted to go
Mm-hmm.
first, and Johnny let me. And then once I did, I was like, "Wait, actually, I don't want you to go after him. I so." And Johnny was so sweet and literally was like, "All right, he's all yours." And even though this guy was hitting up Johnny all the time while also hitting me up, Johnny was a lady about it, and he respected my wishes, which TBH he didn't have to do. He did not have to do. So
Johnny, wow, Johnny. Just so y'all know, Johnny will fuck a guy right before you, so that you can, so that he'll already be all worn down and tired out. So that when he comes over to you, he's just a husk,
Furious.
a shell of a man, just a wisp of a person, and that is what it
in
truly means to me.
community,
That's what pride means to me.
community.
Yeah.
And that's what gay pride means to me. What does pride mean to you all? Comment below. What does pride mean to you? How has John Sibley showed you pride during gay pride? Has John Sibley fucked your boyfriend too? Comment below. If you are the boyfriend, if you're the guy that John Sibley passed over to Ryan O'Connell, please comment below. Slide
Bob,
to the DM. Maybe
Bob, he
maybe
doesn't have
maybe
Instagram.
yes.
You didn't think I thought of this? He doesn't have Instagram. And that's why I feel safe discussing this on this holy Instagram live. Okay?
And this is just between me and the few people
Yeah,
hanging out, the couple of hundred
this,
people listening in on this
this is
incredibly
just us
private
girls,
conversation
okay?
right now.
Just us girls.
How as a drag queen, her, what was y'all's how we all happy? We all very happy to see some drag
Yeah,
representation
I
in the
mean,
show.
the character Bussy was actually modeled after Chi Chi Devane. So it was really special to have, a maternal figure in the show that's played by Armand Fields. But yeah, I mean, I feel like before, in a lot of shows, drag is just kind of like used in the background, and I feel like it's really nice. I mean, like, I don't know who I'm talking to, but like, it's just really, I'm really happy to see it in full, like fledged situations, like character story arcs and all the things, because the community is so much bigger than just cis gay men. So it's really nice to see all types of, you know, people getting their zhuzh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send out some love to my sister Chi Chi DeVane. I'm actually rewatching season 8 for my page with Monet Exchange for Sibling Rivalry, and every time she comes back across my screen, I'm like, oh, I love this queen, the Shreveport diva, the Bayou beauty. We really love Miss Chi Chi DeVane. So much love to Chi Chi, and I also love that big shout out to Big Frida right at the top of the episode. You see the Queen of Bounce right there, and she really is like the Queen of New
Yep.
Orleans. Like if you ever go to New Orleans, like she has more power than the mayor. Like Big Frida, Big Frida is the we're gonna be celebrating her jubilee, her platinum jubilee in
She said, "You already know."
You
She's
already
actually in the
know.
show.
Yeah. Finale.
Oh, word.
If you make it that far.
Not spoiler. I saw the first episode. I have not seen it, but now I know what happens in the finale. So thanks, Ryan. Any other books you want to ruin, Ryan? What happens at the end of this book, Ryan? You want to? I'll let you all know the last word in this book. The last thing that Ryan says to all of us is, "All of it mine, every last bit." So since we're ruining,
that's right, all of it mine, every last bit.
Hi, Devin.
Well, I feel like now we need to just pick another random selection to let you all know how your tomorrow's gonna go from the book. The first, no, it can't be the first. It has to be like out of the middle of the book. So this was. Let me pick. I need a page number for you, Johnny. 0 through 280.
Let's do 27.
27. My age. Okay, that wasn't a joke. Why are you laughing? Wow. I sat down, took off my shoes, doing my best to not stare at him, as if it was a real date. And I didn't want him to know how much I wanted him.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's giving gay rights.
It's bad.
It's giving the gay Walt Whitman is what it's giving. Okay, so here's the question. So speaking of drag, so if Marina Del Rey and Sophia Loren are going to do a drag number, what number are you performing?
I think for me, well, like what would I perform alone, or what would I perform with Marina? By myself,
by
it would
yourself.
have to be Whitney Houston. I Have Nothing.
I would do Leather and Lace by Stevie Nicks and Don Henley.
Oh wow.
You are. I can now see. It's all coming making sense now. I can definitely see that you are the queen who walks in and changes the music when everyone's listening to. You Won't Take My Soul. And walking in like, have you guys heard this incredibly current song by Rihanna?
I literally put in "Fade Into You" by Mazzy Star, and then everyone's like, "I'm suicidal now." Like, what's happening?
My favorite.
Everyone's like, "Place about to blow." You're catching. You're like, have you guys listened to any of the latest?
No,
like,
but honestly,
really
that's not
tracks.
far from the truth. I'm like, Chet Baker. Anyone Chet Baker? Yeah.
Or I mean, sometimes you would throw a little Azalea on, which was.
Oh, I love Azealia Banks. My problematic fave. I love Azealia. Love. Truly. I also love that Drake and Beyonce are basically doing Azealia this summer. Interesting.
Wow.
Well, Drake dropped a gay album. I was like,
Azalea's
oh my
been
goodness,
doing
not
that
the
for
gay
the last.
album.
I mean, obviously Azalea's borrowing from other people as well, but it's so interesting that Azalea's been making similar music for the last 10 years, and interesting. Anyway.
Shot fired. Officially, we announced it here. Ryan versus Drake. Drake, if you want to come forward and say and confess your sin. Wait, what's Drake's real name? What's Drake's real name? Aubrey Graham. Listen, Aubrey. If you want to come forward and atone for your sins, Ryan's calling you out.
From people online.
Who said that? Oh my God! I'm sorry. That is. It's very accurate and very upsetting. I've been told that I look like if Viola Davis ate
Hold
Viola
on,
Davis. So, you know.
What?
I think
Okay.
he said
With his
BRB.
Jackson
I
Pollock
think
in the background.
I think yeah, I think we lost him for a second. Well, listen, are there any I mean, without spoiling the show for us, Johnny, is there anything, you know, amazing or exciting that you could tell us that we can look forward to? I've
I mean,
only seen episode
there's a
one so
lot
far.
of, you know, fun people in the show that we have. Niall DeMarco, Meg Stalter, who, you know, Hi Gay, Lucas Gage, who was in what's that? White Lotus. We have, you know, a lot of good drag
Mm-hmm.
performances. You know, New Orleans is just such a fucking amazing place that, like, I feel like a lot of times doesn't get its due, and the
Yeah.
queer scene there is so fucking cool. There's a drag wrestling episode that is called Chokehold. There's a lot of good shit. There's a mushroom trip at some point.
Word. Oh, don't, all right, don't spoil the whole. You and
Oh,
Ryan are really out here
obviously
spoiling
Kim Cattrall and Juliette
Jesus.
Lewis. Like,
Yeah, it is. See, yeah, people are very excited to see Kim Cattrall on the show. It's really, I mean, Kim Cattrall said, "I'll do reboots," not that one.
she said.
Kim Cattrall said, "Oh yeah, no, I'll do a
Well, she
reboot."
did.
Just
Now she also did How I Met Your Father and this show. So it's like she's really just like.
she's doing she's about to be able to reboot the Flipper, Adam's Family, Brady Bunch. She's about to do every reboot there is. She's about to do literally
What?
all of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's in Hocus Pocus too.
No, she's so great. She's so talented, and you know, it's funny. There's something that happens in the show that has happened on another show, but it was interesting to see. Anyway, you have to watch it. It's like towards the end of the season, so
You and Ryan are really out here about to give the entire. Y'all are wild. You and Ryan
and
are
me and Ryan have some really
wild.
good stuff together that happens around like episode 3, 4.
Sorry, you guys, I have to
Welcome
go to
back,
dinner
Ryan.
with
You had
my
an Uber in.
agent.
Oh my God. The most Hollywood queen ever. Kate,
You guys, I'm
Wrong
sorry,
and
like I
so
mean that
sorry.
feeling
With
when you
my
have to go
agent.
to dinner with your agent. Am I right, ladies, or am I right? Hashtag relatable queen.
Where are you going to dinner?
Republic.
You see, you're not that Hollywood. You're not supposed to say where you're going to dinner.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is a
Oh my
live, Ryan.
God, no,
Everyone's
no
gonna
one's,
go and
honey, no
harass
one's gonna
you.
go. I think you're underestimating or overestimating my power.
No, you know who's coming. Aubrey Graham is coming. Aubrey Graham is coming to assault you for your aggressions against his music. So if you all see Drake and Ryan
Oh
fist
my God,
fighting at
lol.
Republic, heard it
LOL.
here first.
Wait, we were talking about Kim? Oh my God, Kim plays my mom, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We were gagged that she
Well,
did this
have you seen
reboot
it?
and
Just
not a
like that,
certain
it's
other
written
one.
by cyborgs. And by cyborgs, I mean rich people in their mid-50s.
Right.
Johnny was like, I, between the writers of between the writers of the new Sex and the City and Drake, you are going to start a fist fight with any person.
You know what?
Who will
Honestly,
have a fight
the
with you
likelihood of me
in
running into a writer from and just like that at Republic is extremely high. That is like their cafeteria. That is actually very on brand. I do now feel unsafe.
They're gonna fully throw a drink in your face at the thing and say, "This is
Oh
from
my God.
Aubrey. I'll have you know."
I can't wait till
Aubrey
Che
sent
Diaz beats your ass.
Oh my! Hey, it's me, Che Diaz. Hey, it's me, Che Diaz. Oh my God! Again, giving cyborg. I'm obsessed.
Ah.
Like truly, like it is like Sex in the Sim City. It's like truly.
Ryan,
What?
we have to be nice.
Johnny. And for the record, Johnny co-signs all of these
I'm
comments.
sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm
Johnny
so
and
sorry to
Ryan
come out with my
speak-
scalding hot take that and just like that is bad. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it here first. Okay, the critically acclaimed, nationally beloved show, and just like that, a show that really understands humanity and how people talk and how people live. Yeah, you're right. I'm coming out of deficit.
But Ryan, they're renewed for a season 2, and we haven't gotten renewed yet. So maybe just be nice.
What y'all don't realize is that Johnny's actually texting all these takes to Ryan, and then Ryan's just not afraid to say them out loud. Everything, we're in a group text right now. We're in a group text. Everything that Ryan's saying, Johnny's texting it, and Ryan's just not afraid to be that.
May the bridges I burn like
for real.
MG damn wet.
All right, listen, we're gonna wrap it up here. Is there any before we go? Any more things you want to say before the West Side Story Wars at Republic go off? Anything? Any final words about your characters, about being a part of this?
You should watch it. It's really horny. It's like how queer people talk. I don't know. You should totally watch it, and you'll like it. I swear. You'll watch it, and you'll think, actually, this is really good. And I'll resent you for saying actually, but it's.
And how about you, Sibilly?
Honestly, just watch it so that you know, you can see yourself maybe for the first time, or you know, and see people that you know are out there in the community that might not be represented on TV right now. And that, you know, the more you watch this show, the more other shows can be made. So just fucking watch it.
Also, watch it so we can get renewed for season 2, and I can keep going to Republic and then renovate his home office.
Yeah, you're gonna be the mayor of Republic on Square. What was that Square? No,
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, LOL.
Foursquare.
Foursquare. Yeah, you'll be the mayor of Republic on Foursquare. I just aged myself. All right. And on that note, I'm gonna go down to the movie watching Nickelodeon, because back in my day, a movie cost a nickel. I'm gonna go to
Oh my God,
Splash in New York City, the poppin' nightclub Splash that is definitely still there. All right, you all be well. Have a lovely day. This
I
really
usually
fun
dread
for
going on
everyone.
Instagram Live because it's bad for everyone's health, but this was really.
We love you, Bob.
Well, I have you too.
Bye, Bob.
I have you too to thank for
Mwah,
that.
mwah.
All right,
Bye.
bye, everyone.